Hello everybody and welcome to Development Thoughts number 23 for Risk of Rain 2. Now this one is quite special because the upcoming expansion finally has been fully revealed as Survivors of the Void. As always, I will leave a link in the description to this entire Development Thoughts if you'd like to read them for yourself. First and foremost, you can now wishlist the expansion on Steam under Survivors of the Void. Also, the developers recommend that you keep checking this page because apparently more and more teasers will be released on there. And before we get into the actual content of the expansion, we have this new section of Development Thoughts called the Survivors Corner, just showcasing creations by the community. So in this case, we have a beautiful chant shrine here with some fireworks, energy drink, a goat hoof made by the Fiddle Cat. Very good job. So if you make any sort of artistic creation for Risk of Rain 2, you can send it over to Jonathan's email. You can message him on Twitter, on his Discord, etc., etc. Just send your creations over to Hopu Games. Moving on now to the content of the expansion. The first thing is that Hopu Games actually installed a real-life 3D printer from Risk of Rain 2 into their office. It's crazy, but not really. It's just a clever way to tease an upcoming item, which is Ben's Raincoat. This bad boy makes you immune to debuffs and increases your max HP. Now, one infusion's worth of HP, not a huge deal, but preventing debuffs, that's pretty massive. So all of your slows, stuns, bleeds, burns, malachite effect, anything that is considered a debuff on your character, this thing's gonna negate that, which as you can imagine is extremely good. Now, one thing I don't know is whether or not the curse effect counts as a debuff. Curse being when you pick up a shaped glass and your health gets reduced, or when you pick up a spinal-tonic affliction, the same happens. I don't think those count as debuffs because they're attached to the items themselves, but if this thing negates that as well, it's going to be nutty. On top of that, the Eclipse 8 debuff, when you take damage and you lose HP, is also applied as a curse, but it's a little icon above your HP bar, which makes me think that that one might be negated by the Raincoat. Who knows? All that I know is that this item is going to be strong. And another big reveal here is the brand new game mode coming with the expansion called the Simulacrum. This is a wave-based arena mode, which is set within a void simulation. You can play solo or with your friends, and you can use any number of artifacts that you have unlocked. The only way to get out of the Simulacrum is to die. So this is purely a survival game mode. And just to give some perspective on how this might play out, the current Hopu office record is held by Ben, who has survived until wave 140 as Acrid. So I think we'll have our work cut out for us here, boys. And it looks like the stages that we're going to be on in the Simulacrum are just modified versions of the regular stages with this new Void theme. There might also be some brand new ones, who knows. Also, every 5th wave in this new game mode will be a boss encounter with a random mutator applied. This one here is called the Boss Augment of the Void, which makes enemies stronger, more numerous, and guaranteed to be the Void type. Now, one thing I don't know is whether or not this Void enemy type is an actual enemy type, where you just have a big group of Void enemies, or if it's an elite modifier on top of existing enemies. I would wager that it's the first one, where they're designing brand new Void enemies because of when I show you the end of the development thoughts here, but it also could be just a new elite type. And getting more powerful in the Simulacrum happens from 2 methods. Number 1, every time you complete a wave, you get a Void potential, which just turns into a little choice between 3 items, and you also have regular loot on the stage, the chests and the shrines as normal. However, as you can see by this picture here, it's not totally free going to get this loot. And finally, the last little teaser here is a silhouette of a Void monster. Now, to me, this kind of looks like the Flood from Halo, where it's some kind of base enemy that has been corrupted by the Void and mutated into something else. Now, again, whether or not this transformation happens just automatically by being in the Void, or if it's an elite type on an enemy, I don't know. But to me, this definitely looks like some kind of base monster that's been corrupted into something else. As you can see by the big elongated head or neck, maybe that's his arm and this is his head. Like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be looking at. All in all, I am very excited for the DLC, especially with the teasers that we had in the past, combined with now all of this information, especially with the Simulacrum. That seems like it's going to be very fun. So let me know what you're most excited for in the comments below. You can check out my stream at twitch.tv/WoolieGaming. Also consider joining our Discord server at discord.gg/Woolie, and I'll see you guys in the next video.